Hi everyone, I'm Kelly and this is the Rise and Shine homestead. I thought I would show you the garden that I have started. My husband and I, we are hoping to have our own homestead, and well, this year we don't have our own place, but his parents were kind enough to let us to take over their gardens. And so I thought I would take you along and show you. So we have some arbors that are kind of in the process. There's going to be beans going up them. We haven't taken off the cross bracings yet though. This bed, you can see there's lots of rhubarb growing. And here is a zucchini and an asparagus plant one of my sister-in-laws gave me. For around the arbor, these are Scarlet Runner beans. Haven't grown those before. I actually haven't grown a lot of things before, but this will be our first go. Down the center here, you can see there's lots of kale, radishes. These ones don't look so great. It's actually kind of a sunny spot here when the sun's out, so maybe they don't really like that. It hasn't been that warm though. There's some beets. Over here I planted a lot of beans, and then these are Armenian cucumbers. You can see right here, how nice is that? Got some sunflowers and another zucchini at the end. In this garden right here are strawberries. It actually kind of extended like further back into here, but those strawberries weren't doing so great, so I kind of covered them over to get rid of all the grass and the few strawberries there, and decided to kind of start over. I think that after this year, once these guys have kind of grown through, we might let the strawberries kind of take over the rest of this bed. They are a very popular item. But you got some spinach here growing. These are kind of like two different ages of spinach, and some butter crunch lettuce. Over here is a whole bunch more radishes that I just sowed yesterday. So a lot of this stuff I transplanted not long ago. But see, so these butter crunch lettuces were April 30th. Some of the spinach was April 30th. I think this spinach was earlier though. I'm going to take it over here. This is arugula. I kind of multi-sowed it. I wasn't really sure what I was doing here. And then I tried breaking them apart. I don't know, they don't seem so happy. Got more radishes in this empty spot. I think after this I'm going to be planting some broccoli to like take over this area. Down there. Down here, all kinds of lettuces. And under that netting are some peas that I've started. And back here, there's chives sticking through, and some currants that are trying. So they haven't got a lot of leaves, but there's some leaves, some flowers. And check out this like chair here. Wow. I think it's really pretty with, is that Solomon seal? I'm not sure, but I think it's beautiful. So one thing I would like to do here is to take some of this like tulle and kind of put it over more of the beds, because there's been rabbits around and one of my other gardens has definitely seen some bite marks. So I think I'm going to use this as a barrier to get that over it today, but I thought I'd show you before so you can see everything. This is kind of like the flower bed. Kind of coming up. Some more lilies, very pretty. I thought this was interesting. This lilac looks like it's gonna bloom. You see this one has like 2 colors. So I wonder if that's actually gonna turn 2 different types of purple. It'll be interesting to see what happens. All right, so we're at the smallest garden, the Pigpen garden. And this I actually started in January when I thought I was going to be growing food in a zone 8, 8B. Alas, I am now in a zone 3. So I had all these like little plants growing and I was so sad because they're all going to die. I had nowhere to plant them because I'm now in a zone 8 in like May and there's snow on the ground that is like several feet deep. But this one tiny pig pen area for some reason had no snow, probably because of this big tree over it, which means it doesn't get a lot of rain, but no snow in here. So I put some cardboard down, spread a bag of dirt and planted them, and like, look, they survived. This is garden number 3. I've been referring to it as the brush pile garden. So that guy. Although I think a better name for it is actually probably the mosquito garden. The mosquito garden, because there is a lot of mosquitoes over here. More than the other gardens. So, the mosquito garden. We've got potatoes. And these 3. Possibly 4 rows. There's a lot of potatoes here. But I did see something pretty exciting. Yeah, check that guy out. Pretty sure that's like a Russian purple potato. We planted these kind of like May 15th, I think, and it's June 2nd today. And then I saw some more over here. Yep. There's another one. It's pretty exciting. So we're gonna have a lot of potatoes. Here, there are carrots. You can see them. There's like carrots there and carrots there. I had these boards over top of them for the first few days and I actually thought I killed them, but looks like they're doing okay. Down a little further, I have some different types of peas. What do I have? I can't even like read my own writing. Mura, Vigolia, d'Italia. These are like shelling peas. And then here, I don't know, let's go see what this sign says. Unknown. Oh no. Okay, these ones are sugar snap peas. More of those. These are several different types of beans in here. And then the winter squash. I transplanted those. I heard squash don't really like to be transplanted. So we'll see what happens. It's also supposed to be getting kind of a little cold, so honestly, I have no idea what's gonna happen here, but I'm hoping to like have them trail out this way and not toward everything else. That's kind of the gardens. There's one more garden, but it's quite a ways away and probably muddy, and there's a lot of bears in the area, so I don't think I feel like going there on my feet. But that one actually has about 500 potatoes planted, so it's gonna be a bumper crop of potatoes this year. Yeah, and it's kind of interesting. We have several different types of gardens. This is a, in-ground garden. We just kind of tilled up the soil. It's really beautiful, kind of like sandy soil that I just imagine carrots would just love to like be in. if I was a carrot, I want to live in this soil. I think if I was a potato, I'd want to live in this soil too. I'm not so sure if I was a bean or if I was a squash though. And our other garden, the potato garden, has a little more clay in it. It's not quite as sandy, maybe a little more loamy. And there are a lot of grass weeds growing there. I'll show you. I will show you the weeds. And there's so many potatoes that I think, I mean, there's a reason these are spaced 6 feet apart. It's for the rototiller. The rototiller needs to do the weeding for us because there's so much. Yeah. Well, thank you for joining me today on this garden tour, and I look forward to seeing you next time.